Hello, cellist. Today we're going to talk about Blue Fire Fiddler by Soon-Hee Newbold. This is a wonderful piece, and Blazing Fast. All right, so a few things that you have to keep in mind. One is all of the different rhythms and when are you playing on the beat and when are you playing off the beat. And I want to show you something right off the bat here that I do with my music, which is I mark it up. See this? So I put slashes through where the beat is. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that lets me know what's on the beat and what's off the beat or after the beat. You don't have to put the numbers up here. I just put that up there to help illustrate what we are doing. All right, but you can see I put the slashes, and I would do this anywhere in the music where it's changing. You know, you probably don't need to do it so much in places where everything is either on the beat or off the beat. Okay, it's really in the measures that where you have something different, where you have on the beat, on the beat, on the beat, and then off the beat, or after the beat, and then dum dum, and then here's at a different spot. So I put the line where the beat falls, and you can see here the beat falls on a note, here the beat falls on a rest, and it just helps my eyes as I'm going along because this piece does go by so fast. All right, recommended tempo here 110 to 120. All right, so that's something you do. It happens there in that measure, all right, and also happens down here, all right, where it changes a little bit. See here we have this where it's off the beat, all right, and then we know this one note starts on the beat. Okay, as we're clicking along, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so those little slashes can help you quite a bit as you're following along there. All right, and of course, always, always, I want to practice slowly with the metronome here. All right, something like this here. All right. Something like that, a little slower, because up to tempo here, it says 110 to 120, so I'm going to go right in the middle, 115. All right, like that. Down here, starting in the second line here, the cello part, we have accents on the offbeats. I want to make sure that my elbow, all right, is nice and high so that when I'm playing along, you can really dig in and get into those accents. Same down here at 21 with the accents. Now, to practice the double stop, okay, do this little exercise where you're grabbing the string, all right, and what I'm doing, I am making the string move with my bow hair without making any sound. This is the point right before I make sound on the cello. And by doing that, I learn that point of contact that my bow has to make to really be efficient, okay? To make the best possible contact point to make the sound come out when I need it to, because it does go by, you know, this fast. But the way I get there is wiggle, all right, really grab the string with the hair, okay, like that as I'm going along. I would also definitely suggest that down the last line of the first page here where you have the string crossings. I would practice it just wiggle the string, go the next string, just so that I learn that I really have the string in the hair, okay, that the hair is really grabbing the string before I pull it, and then wiggle, wiggle, wiggle like that as I'm going along through the piece, all right. In the second page, all right, more of the same. Now, also, about all of these offbeats, as I'm practicing along with the metronome, if you have something, a metronome here, I have my Dr. Beat, that will make a different tone on the offbeat. Bum, 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 bum. So that I can really hear that offbeat, and then I can slow it down even more if I need to. And maybe even slow it down even more so that I can add the wiggle in there. Wiggle. Alright, so I can really grab the string before I pull the bow to teach my right hand what it needs to do. Then when I try to go, you know, up to tempo here, blazing fast. Alright, another thing that you can do is to pull the string or grab the string and move it with just your wrist and fingers. Alright, so that you learn this quick motion. That is especially important over here on page 2, where we have all this fast stuff. Alright, and all of the string crossings. It is imperative that you slow this way down. Okay. And practice very slowly with the metronome. Because there's a lot going on in there. As far as fingering, in measure 37, 38, 39, and 40. Okay, you're going to go up into second position. I would suggest in measure 38 going into third position, and I'll tell you why. Because at the end of 37, you have time to get there on the quarter note, all right? And then at the end of 38, you have time to get back to first position. And if you play measure 38 all in third position, then it's actually much easier, all right? So you just get up to the G. And it's all right there, all right? So then you have the quarter note to get back to first position, like that, all right? At the end of 37, all right? You can do it shifting to second position. That's fine too. All right, that works as well. It's up to you. I would try them both and see which one is more in tune, all right, and the cleanest. What else? The rest is more of the same. The last measure, I would mark with the slashes, okay, the last measure of the piece, all right, because we have things that, notes that are off the beat, and then all of a sudden in the third beat of the measure, something that is on the beat, all right? So make sure you mark that so that you know where you are supposed to play, all right? Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to play this around metronome marking 92, something like this. Okay, all right. Eventually, you know, you want to get it going fast. Okay, because it does go so fast here, all right. You have to make sure you practice it slowly if you want to get it up to speed. It's really, really fast. Okay, all right. You just have to practice. The other fingering where you're going up to third position.